Field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180! Mark 43! I don't think you got it, son. I got this. 40.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, gun. 43 left. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Here we go. 180! Mark 43! Time to go. Night.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Cardinals' 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. 180! Check, 43. 11. 43 stand. 43 stand.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Here we go. Watch 54. It's our time.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff, Johnson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Watch twist. Watch.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Right. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They try the left side with Johnson. David Johnson on his way. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11. 43 to Mike, boy. 47.
Play action. Garoppolo. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I got you. 43 is the mark. 43 is the mark. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 43. We own it.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Terrell Suggs able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. To throw is Garoppolo. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Man, I got you. Kill.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They hand off to their big tight end. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Check 31. Check 31. 22. Check. Bomber. 22. Check. Bomber.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
At the 24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
43 in the mic. Hey, watch that. Hey, Delta. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Hey.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, John. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. I can't believe that you play.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Nick Perry with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Taking it about the 36. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Niners' 49-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Smallwood. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. From the gun, Murray. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On second down now, it's Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. Here we go. Stay together. Line 54. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On first down, Coleman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Here we go. 180.
On second and 11 now, Garoppolo. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 33-yard line.
"13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
Get in the weight room. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set, ready. Set, touchdown. 54.
Now this time Murray to throw it. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before half from Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And they start the second half with Johnson. And some room to David Johnson on his way. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
Here we go.
They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go. 180! Watch tight end. Tight right.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. 180! 43! I got you, pop!
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Taco Charlton. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check. Watch 54. All day, just like that.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, come on. Mike, 54. Here we go. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm coming.
Murray now on first down. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Now the Niner offense is back on the field, and they're going to try for 2 here.
Under 10. 21. Here we go.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They give to Johnson going right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Murray now to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Lock! Come on!
43's the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43.
Go!
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 43's the mic. 43's man.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Take four.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Right there, 56. Man, I got you.
1st down, a run with Smallwood. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Watch the safety creep.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Let's go. We got this.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Let's see what you got.
12.
43 is the mark. 43 is the mark. Watch the out. Catch it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
21. Here we go.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And the 49ers first down.
Garoppolo now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain there of 21 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. Here's Coleman, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They will run again with Coleman. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 180!
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. They'll run it with Johnson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Again, it's Johnson. And all the way down to the 26. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended. Down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal, go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock, right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for the Niners, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Aaron